The theme shows our brand's crisis since the movie mirrors a lot of the issues confronted by the Philippines today. The movie revolves around the hiring of Jane Bovin, a political strategist to improve the campaign of Senator Pedro Castillo. The scene starts with Castillo as 28 points lagging behind the frontrunner Victor Rivera. Rivera appeals to the masses, using his charms to his constituency and populist views. It is from this context that the team members anchor their views. These are the following concepts that the team will discuss: the shift of power, the creation of power, sustenance of power, strategies in power, and lastly, the impact of power.
Jane's overall strategy to make Castillo win is to make public see his mental model. His weaknesses were exposed, such as his being temperamental. Jane used this as a tool to promote the idea that this is what the country needs, as Bolivia is under a socio-economic turmoil. But would the public be influenced? Well, apparently yes. The public's mental model is to go for someone who can protect the citizens from this so-called crisis.
The movie reflected the shift of power during elections. In democracies, most especially during campaign periods, it is the people who wield power over the candidates. They are wooed and coerced to vote for their president. Once elected, the power shifts back to the elected official as mandated by the country's constitution.
Okay, power is mostly reserved to a few. And most often, power is not freely given. You have to earn it. You have to work hard for it. And that reality is highlighted in the movie where Castillo and his team really have to work hard to win the election. But equally difficult or more challenging is how to increase that power or to maintain and keep that power. And one way is by keeping your allies and making friends with your enemies by delivering your promises, which in this movie Castillo failed to do no? And eventually he loses his power gradually.
Where internet and social media has power, really no one can escape it. Every word, every movement can be exposed. But do you know if it is real? In Bolivia's election, are there things kept secret? Like keeping the promises to the people, to the grassroots? Is everything valued for them? Or is winning all that matters? In the movie, Jane Bodin, she kept pursuing Castillo to raise him to win. When he won, the promises were unmet. Jane felt frustrated. She felt guilty because the candidate she fought for became a silent monster.
How was power created in the movie? I would like to explain it in the framework of the power network. We have 4 personalities to consider in order to be successful in our endeavors. The first one is influencer. Who would be the influencer in the movie? No other than Jane, the strategist and political consultant. These are the type of people who can affect the perceptions and actions of others. Second, we have the expert. Who will be the expert in the movie? These are the senior advisors. They are the one feeding political and socio-economic information to Castillo. That's why he looked really smart in delivering speeches, in making the debates. These are the people who we turn to for wisdom and direction. Who is the third? We have the creators. Who could this be? This would be Ben and the campaign manager. These are the one making scenarios to project that Castillo is connected to the people through the advertisement and the setup, just like that one that they made in projecting that Castillo is caring for agriculture, caring for the children, and the last one is the connectors. This was very useful when Castillo was really near the second candidate, Velasco. This is NEL, the campaign management team with connection with the State Department. So they were able to link the second candidate to an issue which allowed Castillo to have an improvement in his ranking. But all of this, which is most important, is the influencer, which is Jane, the strategist. So who created the power in the movie? Obviously, these are poor people, and especially Jane.